YouTube, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. So today, guys, we are gonna talk about the Bystial Spright. Now, I should have made a video for the Vanadium and the Sprite, but as I've tested the Vanadium with the Sprites, typically you always have the same board that I've made on my previous video with the Vanadium, so there wasn't any difference for that one, other than summoning the Bar on the Floor, the Shanging, or a copy of the Spader to the field with an Appaloosa, plus or minus, depending on the Sprite cards that you have, but basically you always have or you always see a copy of Vanadium cards rather than Sprites, so might as well gonna scratch that one off since it's basically similar, and then work my way with, of course, just the Bystials and the Sprites. So the deck is kind of unique at its own sense. I am testing it in the Duelist Cup, making it more like challenging for the deck to actually perform. All of your hand traps are basically here. Maxi, Ash Blossom, of course. Your interruptions, the Call by the Grave, the Crossout, and the Imperm are kind of necessary for the build since you're dueling in the Duelist Cup. I think the only downside for this deck is the copy of your starter, which locks you into Link 2s, Rank 2s, and level 2s. Not to mention as well with Gigantic Spright, the same effect with the starter. And of course, the Assault Synchron. So Assault Synchron is basically just a soft lock, which as long as it's present on the field, you can only Synchro Summon. But after removing this from the field, basically, you can work your way with other combos as well. Banishing cards for your monsters is not really like a detrimental thing because you can just retrieve it with a copy of your Bystial Despater or a copy of your Branded Regain, which helps you a lot for this type of scenarios, allowing you to draw one card. And of course, since you're using Bystials, you can revive back a Bystial monster from the graveyard to your side of the field, getting you more fodder as well. Of course, the addition for Assault Synchron allows you to spell summon a Bystial monster, or typically a Dragon Synchro monster that you control that left the field earlier. So what I usually do with this type of scenario is that summon the Despater to the field, and if I have a Bystial Lobelian in the graveyard, I tribute the Despater. And then if I have Assault Synchron in the graveyard, I can just use the effect of Assault Synchron and then revive back a copy of the Despater to the field. Thus, of course, I can still use the effect of the Lobelian and my very own Despater. And if the Assault Synchron was banished, I can just revive it back with the help of the Despater that is on the field. So easy enough, another level 10 monster that you can summon to the field by the help of your own monsters. From the Bystial point of view as well, you can just Synchro up and then get like a board like a Bar on the Floor, a Shang-Ying, a Despater, or a copy of Chaos Angel, depends on what you want to appear in the field, plus a copy of the Thunder Dragon Colossus, which you can summon with a copy of Corridor, since we are using also with a Cupid Pitch. But Cupid Pitch comes up from time to time if you have some level 2 monsters that you can use for Synchro Summon. Other than that, if you have a starter or a copy of Spright Blue, typically you can go into like 1 to 2 interruptions, plus or minus, depending on the cards that you are dealt with during your starting hand. So typically, the addition to the Sprites gains you access to 1 to 2 interruptions, or somehow 3 interruptions on the board after your whole combo is actually made. Go second cards, Triple Tactics Talent really helps a lot. Harpies for Duster going up against Labyrinth decks in the Duelist Cup. And of course, the Shinobi Necro, really good card. Once you banish this one, spell summon it to the field. Another level 2 card that you can use for a fodder with your Bystial monsters, gaining access to a Chaos Ruler or even a copy of Axial Synchron. Now, there is another build for this that I tried earlier where I can use the effect of Zulkin or even a copy of the Lazardus Dragon into the Shang-Ying or into another level 10 monster that you can summon to the field. Thus, of course, using the effect of the Axial Synchron, that the Synchro monster that was summoned to the field by its own effect is unaffected by your opponent's card effects. Insanely good as well, but yeah, that was another build, of course. Other than that, that's basically the deck profile for you. I am gonna show some replays. It is still straightforward. I don't want to narrate this far because I have like 4 to 5 replays that I want to showcase you guys just for the build. It's kind of fun to see this type of deck in the Duelist Cup. I don't want you to spend more UR shards or more money into this game just because of this type of build. Basically, if you have these copies, then might as well just gonna use them just for fun. But if you don't have, like, move to another like build that's much more cheaper. We can actually make that one. But yeah, if you have these cards, this is kind of fun to use in a Duelist Cup or even in rank. But anyways, guys, that is it for today. I'm gonna showcase to you guys the replays. If you like this kind of content, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.
you.